Welcome to Pillow Talks with Victor, where love lingers in words. Tonight's story is about two strangers, a winter night, and the kind of connection that arrives when you least expect it. This is One Night in December. It was Christmas Eve. The streets glowed with soft yellow light, reflecting off the wet pavement where snow had melted and frozen again. Shops were closing. Laughter echoed faintly from bars, and the city felt caught between noise and silence. She was standing outside a cafe, coat collar pulled up, waiting for a bus that was running late. He was inside, nursing the last cup of coffee before closing. They didn't know each other. Not yet. But sometimes the world arranges moments, quiet intersections where two lives meet for reasons we only understand later. He noticed her first, the way she rubbed her hands together, exhaling into her gloves, pretending the cold didn't bother her. Something in that small gesture, something human and unguarded, made him get up. "Hey," he said as he opened the cafe door, warm air spilling into the street. "They're about to close. You should come in, at least until your bus comes." She hesitated, then smiled politely, the kind of smile people give when they've learned to be careful, but still kind. "Just for a minute, then," she said. The cafe was almost empty. Only the faint hum of a Christmas song playing through old speakers, and the smell of cinnamon and coffee that lingered in the air. They sat across from each other at the small table near the window. He asked if she was heading somewhere special. She said, "Not really, just home. It's my first Christmas alone." He nodded slowly. "Mine too." And that was enough. They didn't need to explain. There was a kind of comfort in silence between two people who understood what quiet really means. They talked for hours, not about the big things, but the small ones, her favorite kind of music, his love for photography, the best kind of soup on a cold night. At one point she laughed, softly like she hadn't in a while, and he realized how beautiful ordinary moments could be when shared. When the clock struck midnight, snow began to fall again. The world outside the window shimmered in slow motion, and for a brief second, everything felt still. He looked at her, wondering if he'd ever see her again. She caught his gaze and smiled, as if reading his thoughts. "I don't think people meet by accident," she said. He smiled. "No, they don't." The bus finally arrived, headlights breaking the spell. She stood, wrapping her scarf tighter, and reached for her bag. "Thank you," she said softly, "for the coffee and the company." He wanted to say something more, ask her name, her number, anything to make sure this moment didn't end here. But he didn't, because some goodbyes are meant to be gentle. She stepped outside, snowflakes catching in her hair, turned once more and waved. And then she was gone. He sat there for a while after she left, the cup still warm between his hands. Outside, the snow kept falling, endless, quiet, beautiful. He didn't know her name, but he didn't need to, because sometimes the heart remembers what words can't. If you've ever shared a fleeting moment that stayed with you long after it ended, you'll understand this story. Not every connection is meant to last forever. Some are meant to remind us that warmth can still find us, even in winter. This was One Night in December.